Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Leeds have just somehow drawn against Hull City at the KC Stadium. Hi, Kat. At least she's come along to make her complaints as well. But look, the fact that we just lost, that's what it feels like. The fact that we just drew against Hull when we were 3-1 up. Look, yeah, we went 1-0 down, but we were 3-1 up. 3-1 up at one point, and we've managed to throw it away. Now, we'll get on to MESLIER. We'll just talk about the game chronologically as it went on. The first half, they really exploited us at the back. We were at 6s and 7s defensively. We didn't know what we were doing or what our positioning should be, and I don't know whether that's the fact that Pascal Struijk dropped out fairly last minute and Ampadu had to play centre-back and maybe he's not used to playing it again. And obviously he's been out himself, so maybe he was a bit rusty. But the gap left in the back four for that first goal was massive. All they had to do, get the ball on the left-hand side. He looked up and he just saw that Kamara was through. So he just played it in. Really good finish by Kamara. Just literally chipped it over MESLIER. Really good finish. MESLIER was off his line but not in his box, so there was no way he could actually flick an arm out and even get a touch on it. So that was an issue as well. Then probably the next 5 to 10 minutes, Leeds had a really good response and could have scored 2 or 3 goals, but didn't manage to score them. So that was disappointing as well. We weren't able to get those goals at an early enough stage. But eventually, now we say this on my streams, if you're not on the streams, we say that when I get 100 likes on the stream, that's when Leeds will score. We got 100 likes on the stream just as the second half started, and Tanaka put an absolute worldie into the top corner, and you thought, right, brilliant, we're back in the game. Not long after, we cross the ball into the box, it goes across to the back post, misses everyone, but Bogle cuts it back nicely for Brendan Aronson. For Dan James. And he blasts it in, and it's 2-1, and you think, oh, brilliant, like, we're on top now. This is the way we want it to go. Even better, their goalkeeper, Pandur, plays it straight to Piru, and Piru runs past a couple of players in the box and just blasts it in the bottom corner. Really good finish, and you think, we're 3-1 up, right? We are 3-1 up. We haven't played that well today. This is at this point when we've just gone 3-1 up. We haven't played that well today, but despite our defensive frailties, we've gone and we've scored 3 goals, and that's all you need to do to defeat a team most of the time. So, okay, let's be good at holding the possession, be good at putting pressure on them in high places just to force them into playing around at the back if they do have the ball and to try and suffocate them if we have the ball. But for some unbeknownst reason, MESLIER did what he did. So the corner comes in. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't, was it? It was a free kick that came in, and the ball was headed towards the Leeds goal. Now, it was a looped header. It wasn't a header that put the goal in any danger, but it was one of those ones where you couldn't tell where it was going to land, just this side of the bar or just this side of the bar on the roof of the net. So MESLIER jumps up for it. Now, what a goalkeeper usually should do is just push it over the bar. Just get a hand on it and just tip it over the bar for a corner, just to be safe, better safe than sorry. I don't know what, I think he tried to catch it, but then because his hands have come down and whacked the crossbar, he's dropped it right in front of João Pedro, who's just put it in the bottom corner and said, thank you very much. Ridiculous mistake to make. Really is a ridiculous mistake to make. Now, let's separate what we should do about this, okay? So, let's not say that MESLIER is the worst goalkeeper in the league, because if you must have the shortest memory in the world, because about 10 minutes prior, their goalkeeper passed it straight to Piru to score. So I think it's symptomatic of the level of football that we're at, that a lot of goalkeepers in this division make mistakes like that. And I've seen it in many, many games that we've played. Goalkeepers have made mistakes where if you were a fan of that club, you'd go, oh, we've got the worst goalkeeper. It's just, look, MESLIER might not be good enough for the Premier League. We might be realising that kind of upper level championship or a backup goalkeeper in the Premier League might be his level. But That's not to say that he's the worst goalkeeper in the world, because let's not be so reactionary. Yes, there is a track record, but like I said, there's a track record with nearly every single goalkeeper in the Championship. There is a track record of them making a mistake or two that have led to things. Now, this season, the only glaring mistakes that MESLIER's made is this one and at the Sunderland one. So that's 2 mistakes this season in a team that are top of the table still after this game, and will continue to be top of the table, I believe, when we go and win our next games. So let's just separate the personal aspect of it. MESLIER isn't the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's certainly not the worst goalkeeper in the division either. So let's separate that. That mistake itself, terrible. Really poor goalkeeping. A youth goalkeeper would know better than to do that. It just was a split-second decision that he made the wrong thing, and it's worrying that he did that, okay? Let's move on from that. Their equaliser, again, it came from a set piece, but it was a good goal, but there was nobody marking him. The ball comes into the box towards the near post, and I think it was headed away by Sam Byram, so it's headed to the other corner of the box. Now, Kamara is there waiting to just volley it straight in, but nobody, as soon as Byram heads it, everybody should be getting out of the box. Now, that's not all in the direction of the ball. Everybody should be trying to leave the box to catch offside anybody who is going to remain in the box from a Hull City point of view. So that means Bogle should go to his right back, Rodon should get out of the box to his centre back, and everybody should get in their positions and move forward. But what happens is the ball goes straight out to Kamara. Everybody is stood exactly where they were before the ball came into the box, and he just volleys it back past MESLIER. Now, MESLIER couldn't have done anything about that one. It was a really, really good finish from Kamara, who I've got to say, 2 really good finishes from him. Strong performance from him. But that's how it ended 3-3. Now, we easily could have been more than that up in this game. We could have put this game to bed so much earlier, but we didn't. We could have been 4, 5, 6 goals to the good in this game if we can actually finish our chances and play our final balls. Like I said, after we went 1-0 down, the reaction to that in the next 5 to 10 minutes, we had 3 or 4 really good opportunities where people weren't there in the box or missed it at the back post. You had an opportunity late on where Dan James kicked it straight at the goalkeeper, who just headed it away, and his shot would have missed anyway because it was a really poor effort. There are chances that need to be put away. Now, whether that means that we need to go in for another striker in January as well, because whilst Peru is finishing chances, you need somebody who can complement him and back him up or challenge him for his starting place. And Mateo Joseph is not that guy. Yes, he didn't have that much time when he came on today, but he just doesn't really get in the right places. Every time he goes to get on the end of a cross, there's always somebody who beats him to the ball. The defender always gets there. It's like he doesn't quite have the desire to get to that final ball and put it in the net. But we should have scored so much more today, regardless of how bad our defending was. And our defending was bad today, and the goalkeeping was bad today. It was a shambles. But for the fact that we found ourselves 3-1 up was almost a miracle, because we hadn't played very well at all. And then we go and throw it away and make it 3-3 is unbelievable. One really positive thing, Tanaka's goal, really brilliant goal. We've all been calling for Tanaka to score. We all wanted Tanaka to score, and we all said it'll be a banger from the edge of the box, and it really was. He smashed it in the top corner from the edge of the box just after half-time to get us back into it. Really good strike from him, but it's going to be forgotten. It's going to be lost in the fact that we drew that game 3-3 when we were 3-1 up, and it's ridiculous. So that's got to be turned around. Bit of a negative one. Could have been a really positive one if we'd have won 3-1, but the fact that we've let that slip is vastly, vastly annoying. So that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching Leeds Lately, and I'll see you in the next one.